Gentlemen, welcome back. Today's little project is this little grain crusher that I picked up the other day. I bought it as is. I don't even know if the engine's running. Still looks in a fairly good shape. It did a little bit of work, but not a lot. Let me quickly show you. As you can see, there's basically nowhere on the inside on these little blades. I don't know if you can. There we go. So I think it was, well, for the money I paid for it, I couldn't leave it. That's why I said a little crusher and not a hammer mill, because what in essence happens is it crushes the grain between these two sets of, let's call it anvils. From the looks of it, if I look at all the bolts and nuts and rust on it, it looks like they've actually milled salt or something with it. There's a lot of residue and on the little engine down at the bottom as well. So I think they actually use it to grind salt with, make lick or something with it. So first things first, we're going to clean it up a bit, and then we will be replacing all of these rusted bolts all over the show. So let's get right into it. Okay, so the reason why I fix this guard while it's on the machine is a lot of times it's easier when it's still halfway fixed just to patch it up. One stage I'm going to have to build this over, but for now it'll work. Now I can actually take it off and replace all these rusted bolts, and it'll be much easier. I don't think this is the original setup in terms of engine and so forth. I don't know if you can see it here. Full plug is right underneath, so I don't know how you're going to get fuel into this thing without making a much of a mess. But we'll sort that out. If this thing works, then I'll be replacing the gasoline engine with a electric motor. I'm just going to put this off to the side. Once we're done, we'll put it all back together again. Oh dear. A lot of parts falling apart, rattling out of the spot welds. As you can see, this is not nearly what it should be. This belt is slipping and burning and what else. So I think what I'm going to do is let's see how easy this thing's going to come off. As easy as that. Now, I'll have to make another plan here. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is I sat and I thought about it, and this mill hasn't got any screen or anything, so it just grinds it as I showed you previously and then falls out the bottom. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a piece of plate, drill holes in it, and see if we can't make a sort of a hammer mill out of this thing. Just give it a bit more time to spend within the little mill and then take it from there. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to quickly measure out, mark, and start building a plate. Okay, so another little tool tip. Not this little piece of, it looks like that almost. 3/8. No, 3/8, yeah. And about 3/8 of an inch thick conveyor belt on my shop floor. Besides it being good to your tools when you drop them off the side of the bench, it also, when grinding plate and cleaning up plate, it creates a sticky surface that you can work on. Now that we've got everything stripped off, it's probably a good time to check if you can get the engine moving. All right. Fuel on, choke on. So this switch isn't doing very good, but I think what I'm going to do is I want to check the engine RPMs on this, so let's get that sorted out quickly. Oh dear, I didn't even check the oil on this thing. There's enough oil. And it's brand new. This thing hasn't really worked in its lifetime, that I can tell you. So yes, for less than the price of a new engine, I got a brand new engine, well, semi-brand new engine, close to. I won't say brand new, close to. Good working engine. It sounds good. There's no knocking in it. And them all. Bonus. Okay, I'm gonna let this cool off a bit, and then we can take it from there. Alright, so I've got a piece of pine here that I'm going to put underneath the feet just to prevent it from rattling all over the show. So I'm just going to quickly cut that off. Alright gents, there you can see the little screen that I built on it. It's 5mm holes in a 4mm mild steel plate. So let's test that one as well. Alright, so I've never been one to not properly test something. So what I've got here is some macadamia shells, which is extremely hard. So let's use that as a test. Gentlemen, so there is the results. I actually made two screens, one 5mm and one 8mm, just to test it. I didn't show it on the video, it all looks the same from the outside. So here you can see the product. We took the raw shells, grinded them without a screen, which this makes actually, I think this will work good in your garden if you're doing macadamia shells. On maize I don't think it's going to be that fine, it may be just going to chip the corn kernels. 8mm and 5mm, depending on what you want to do, absolutely working. Obviously the smaller the screen, the slower the feed, so you won't be processing tons and tons per day. But if you're making feed on your own farm, this will definitely help, and I think there's definitely space for it. We'll see what we can do with it from now on. I still find a job for it, but nonetheless, success. If you've made it thus far, thank you very much. As always, please rate, comment, subscribe, and look out for the next video. And as always guys, stay safe.